Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Fishing with Flair. Today I'm going to be talking about all about buzzbaits, and hopefully by the end of this video you'll know enough about buzzbaits to go out and catch some bass. So I'm going to start going over my rod, my reel, my line, the different buzzbaits I throw, when I throw them, how I throw them, and where I throw them, time of year, and stuff like that. So stay tuned and you'll learn a lot. So we'll get right into it. We'll start off with the rods. First I have a Jadewood series, a Denali Jadewood series custom worm and jig rod. This is a medium heavy 7-foot jig rod. It's made for flipping and pitching worms, plastics, and jigs, but I do like to throw it for the buzzbait because it's 7 foot in length, has enough backbone to bring in big fish through cover. Sometimes you're throwing buzzbaits around wood and stuff like that, but you don't want to go to a heavy because the softer the tip that your rod has when you're throwing a buzzbait, the farther you'll throw it, as well as the longer the rod you have, the farther you'll throw it. A lot of what you have to do with buzzbait fishing is cast far. You have to cast accurately and you have to cast far. So you don't want a really, really big rod. You don't want like a 7-11, because you're not going to be able to be accurate with it. But you also don't want a 6-8. You'll be accurate, but you're not going to be able to get any distance out of it. So that's why I like to stick to a 7-foot, because you need to be able to cast accurately and you need to be able to cast far. So I'll go into the reel. I have a Lew's Tournament MG speed spool. This is spooled up with 30-pound vicious braid, and the reel is 7-to-1 gear ratio. You need a fast reel with buzzbaits. That's really important because you're going to get a lot of your bites first thing. Like as soon as your buzzbait hits the water, you're going to get bit. But the problem is if you don't start reeling, I almost start reeling before it hits the water. If it's going to about hit the water, I'll start reeling. That way it hits the water and it's already moving. It's already on plane. It's already trucking down. And that's when you're going to get your bites is first thing. So you need a fast gear ratio, 7-to-1 or faster. And I go with 30-pound braid because I like braid because you can ensure hook sets. You can cast really far with braid. I don't like to go with 50-pound braid because you lose casting distance. And like I said, it's pretty important with buzzbaits to be able to cast far. So that's why I do that. This just makes an amazing braid. I love using it. Just the texture that it has, it doesn't get worn. It doesn't get super, super soft. I've used some braids that get too soft, and I've used some braids that are too stiff. This, right out of the box, is perfect for throwing anything. I use it for just about everything 30-pound. And as a lot of you guys know, I throw a War Eagle buzzbait, particularly black. Most of the time, 95% of the time, I throw a black War Eagle buzzbait. A lot of you guys might ask why. Most of you guys see people throwing white chartreuse, kind of like this one. And that's fine. They do catch fish. I've caught plenty of fish on them. But day in, day out, black will catch more fish than white or white and chartreuse on most days. You can't guarantee it, but as long as the shad bite's not on, because that's when you're going to throw white, is when the shad bite's on, you're going to want to throw black because it's just a smaller profile and it just looks really easy to the bass. Just like this one, see, there's not a lot of strands in the skirt. There's, it's not real intimidating. It's not a big bulky bait. It's just something that's making noise, making a disturbance, and the bass always hit it, whether they actually eat it or just sideswipe it. I get tons of strikes with these. It's a good search bait. You can move it quick, you can move it slow. For general purposes, if you're looking at how fast to retrieve these, retrieve it as slow as you can while maintaining the buzzbait above water, keeping it going, but slow it down for the most part. I mean, I've seen it where like you have to burn the buzzbait in order to get bit, but for the most part, you're gonna want to go slow. And you'll see I have two different trailer hooks. Trailer hooks are very important. I use trailer hooks all the time except for when I'm fishing around grass. And there's two different kinds. There's the kind that you thread on the hook with a little piece of tubing, and then there's the kind that come with the tubing already in the eyelet. There's advantages and disadvantages to both of them. I like the one preferably with the plastic already built in because it keeps your hook straight out, as you can see. So if you're coming across grass, it won't catch the grass or anything. Versus this one, hanging way down, you're going to get caught up in the grass, kind of like that. But I also heard there's some disadvantages, like if you cast and it lands like that, it might mess up your cast. But if it's loose enough, like mine's pretty loose, it will straighten it out. And trailer hooks are very important because you get tons of short strikes with buzzbaits. So always use a trailer hook whenever possible. I'll go into the different brands and different styles. So here I have a clacking buzzbait. As you can see, this little piece of metal here, as you can hear that, it does make a clacking sound versus something like this. That one's worn out. Try this one. Just like that, this one is a non-clacking. I throw non-clacking almost all the time. I've seen where clackers will work. I think probably the time you want a clacker is when you're in dirty water or more rough water. If there's a little bit of chop on the lake, you want to make a little bit more noise than just a regular buzzbait, just to get their attention, because when there's wind blowing, it kind of stirs up the water, makes it hard for them to really key on baits. So that's when I do that. Sorry about that, guys. My camera just died. But I'll wrap it up real quick. And just basically, like I said, throw buzzbait where you won't get hung up and you will get a lot of bites. Just a little bit of chop. Make sure the water's kind of calm. Throw a black War Eagle buzzbait is my favorite. I do have a couple more brands like this one. I'm not even sure what the brand is on this one, but you'll get the most squeak. And in my opinion, you'll get the best lure action. The way it looks in the water, the way you retrieve it, and how it bubbles will get you more strikes. So day in, day out, black War Eagle buzzbait, definitely where you want to get it. Loose speed spool, tournament MG. I do like the tournament MGs a little better because you can cast farther, a little smoother, last longer, more durable, stuff like that. Denali rod, just like I said before. 30-pound braid is probably the best, and so that's about it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment. I'll make sure to get back to you guys. I know some people comment and I don't respond. I'll try my best. I'm trying as hard as I can. Otherwise, you can always kick me. That is on my Instagram channel. It's just Fishing with Flair, no spaces, and you can always ask me, and I'm for sure going to respond to that because it's on my phone. I have my phone on me at all times. So that's it. Guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Comment any 101 videos you want to see. If you want to see anything else besides what I've done, I plan on doing some more here and there, but if there's something you're dying to see, go ahead and comment, and that's it. Thanks for watching.